Welcome to Module 2 of the Justice and Government Project Toolkit. Module 2 maintains information about federal pass-through funds that can support civil legal aid in courts. This information is divided into 3 sections. First is the Funding Civil Legal Aid page, featuring our grants matrix and our more simplified Grants Matrix at a Glance sheet and Funding by Issue cheat sheet. The Grants Matrix provides a detailed overview of the state-administered federal pass-through funds that can support legal aid programs. It includes examples of legal aid and court projects funded by each source, links for finding your state administrators, and where to find state-specific plans and reports. The Matrix provides a high-level introduction to the possibilities for partnering with state and local governments to address the need for civil legal aid, as well as the hyperlinks you need for a deeper dive. To target grants by issue area or demographic, check out our Grants Matrix at a Glance, which provides a brief overview of the matrix organized by issue area along the left side of the page. We also created a Funding by Issue cheat sheet, which provides a bird's-eye view of state-administered federal funding sources by issue area. To navigate the Grants Matrix, start with a state-administered federal funding source. Let's look at the Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG. In the second column on the left, you'll find a description of the grant program, the populations it serves, and grant match requirements when applicable. The third column highlights grant guideline language regarding the allowable use of funds for legal services and examples of how those funds might be used to support legal aid. The fourth column provides examples of states that have used the grant to fund legal aid organizations, direct legal services, court advocate programs, general resources for the public, and more. The last column on the right provides helpful tips for finding your state grant administrator and learning about available funding, guidance, and other useful resources. Module 2 also has our Grants Forecasting Guide. This guide, created by the JGP in partnership with the National Legal Aid and Defender Association, has a threefold purpose. The guide is intended to help you learn about the grant-making process and how agencies make and publicize grants, find past grantees to help you design your project, and prepare for grants that are not yet open. To this end, the guide will take you through a series of guiding questions and tips for tracking forecasted grants, open grants, and past grantees, as well as questions you might consider asking previous grantees about their experience. The last featured section of Module 2 is our growing list of grant FAQs. These in-depth FAQs explain the connection between funding opportunities and legal aid, provide state examples, and guide policymakers and providers through the process of funding civil legal aid by leveraging existing resources. Thanks for visiting Module 2 of the Toolkit. For a general overview of the Toolkit and its additional resources, find the Toolkit tour video on the Justice and Government Project homepage. If you have any questions, need technical assistance, or would like to suggest additions to this toolkit, send a message to resourcedesk@nlada.org.